Nowadays, many people are becoming unhappy because they are trying too hard to impress others. Some people buy expensive things they cannot afford. Some post fake happy pictures on social media while feeling empty inside. Some people always talk about their money, success, clothes, or lifestyle because they want attention from others. But the sad truth is this: the more people try to show off, the more peace they lose. Many young people are wasting their energy trying to look successful instead of actually becoming successful. They compare their lives with others every single day and slowly become insecure, stressed, and mentally tired. My name is Wali, and this story is about a young man who learned that real happiness comes when you stop trying to impress the world. There was a boy named Alex. He lived in a small town with his mother and younger sister. His father had passed away many years ago, so Alex became serious about his life at a young age. He worked part-time in a small clothing shop and earned enough money to support his family. Alex was not rich, but his life was peaceful. However, everything started changing when he began spending too much time on social media. Every day he saw rich people showing luxury cars, expensive watches, branded clothes, and fancy restaurants. Slowly, Alex started feeling ashamed of his simple life. He thought, if I also look rich, people will respect me. That thought became dangerous. One day, Alex used almost all his saving to buy expensive branded shoes. He did not truly need them, but he wanted people to notice him. The next day, he wore those shoes proudly and posted pictures online. Suddenly, people started commenting, "Wow, bro, you look rich. Your style is amazing." For the first time, Alex felt important. But attention is like fire. The more you feed it, the bigger it becomes. Now Alex wanted more attention. He started buying expensive clothes, fancy sunglasses, and costly accessories. Sometimes he even borrowed money from friends just to maintain his fake image. At home, his mother quietly noticed the change. One evening, she asked softly, "Son, why are you wasting so much money nowadays?" Alex became irritated. "You don't understand modern life," he replied. His mother became silent. Weeks passed, and Alex became more focused on showing off than improving his real life. He spent hours taking pictures and checking likes on social media. If his posts got fewer likes, his mood became bad. Slowly, he stopped feeling happy naturally. One afternoon, while returning home, Alex saw an old man repairing bicycles near the road. The man's clothes were simple and old, but he looked peaceful. Alex stopped there because his bike chain had become loose. The old man repaired it quietly. While working, he noticed Alex staring at his expensive shoes and phone again and again. The old man smiled and asked, "Son, are these things making your life peaceful?" Alex laughed confidently. "Of course, people respect me now." The old man nodded slowly and said something strange. "Temporary attention is not respect." Alex became quiet. The old man continued, "People clap for expensive things today and forget tomorrow. Real respect comes from character, honesty, and hard work." Alex did not respond, but those words stayed in his mind. A few days later, something embarrassing happened. Alex had borrowed money from a friend to buy a costly jacket, but now he could not return the money on time. His friend became angry and insulted him in front of others. That moment broke Alex from inside. For the first time, he realized he was becoming poor while pretending to look rich. That night, he sat alone in his room staring at his social media account. Hundreds of pictures, fake smiles, fake confidence, but inside he felt empty. He asked himself honestly, who am I trying to impress? The next morning, Alex looked at his tired mother preparing breakfast quietly. Her hands looked weak from years of hard work. Suddenly, Alex felt ashamed. His mother never showed off. She never tried to impress anyone. Yet, she was the strongest person he knew. At that moment, Alex understood something important. Simple people often have the strongest hearts. From that day, Alex slowly changed himself. He stopped buying useless, expensive things. He stopped posting everything online. Instead of wasting money, he started saving it. Instead of chasing attention, he focused on improving his skills and helping his family. Months later, Alex started a small online business selling affordable clothes. He worked quietly without showing off. This time, his confidence was real. Not because people praised him, but because he finally respected himself. One day, the same old bicycle repairman saw Alex again. This time, Alex looked calm and simple. The old man smiled and asked, "Now tell me honestly, which life feels better?" Alex smiled softly and replied, "The life where I don't have to pretend." The old man laughed gently. "Good, because peace begins when pretending ends." Years later, Alex became successful financially too, but now he lived differently. He stayed humble, he helped others quietly. He understood that loud people often hide insecurity, while truly strong people remain simple. Because real success does not need advertisement. A diamond remains valuable even inside darkness. And a lion never needs to tell people he is powerful. His actions already prove it. We learn from this story that showing off may give temporary attention.
The mask. Everyone applauded. What if the thing that made people admire you was the same thing destroying your happiness? What if one day you woke up and realized that everyone loved the version of you that wasn't even real? This is the story of a young man who spent years wearing a mask for the world, only to discover that true freedom begins when the mask finally falls. My name is Wally, and today I want to tell you the story of a young man named Ryan. Ryan lived in a small coastal town where life moved slowly and people knew each other by name. He lived with his grandmother in a modest house near the harbor. His parents had passed away when he was very young, and his grandmother had raised him with love, honesty, and simple values. As a child, Ryan was cheerful and hardworking. He dreamed of becoming successful one day and giving his grandmother the comfortable life she deserved. But as Ryan grew older, the world around him began to change. Everywhere he looked, people seemed obsessed with appearances. On social media, everyone looked happy. Everyone seemed rich. Everyone seemed successful. At least, that's what Ryan believed. Every night after work, he would scroll through endless pictures of luxury vacations, expensive cars, designer clothes, and glamorous lifestyles. Slowly, he started feeling embarrassed about his own life. His small house felt too ordinary. His old motorcycle felt too cheap. His simple clothes felt outdated. For the first time, Ryan began believing that being successful wasn't enough. You also had to look successful. And that belief changed everything. One afternoon, Ryan received his monthly paycheck. Instead of saving it, he spent nearly all of it on a designer jacket. It was the most expensive thing he had ever purchased. When he posted a photo wearing it, hundreds of people reacted. "Looking amazing. Bro is living the dream. Success looks good on you." The comments filled him with excitement. For a moment, he felt important. For a moment, he felt admired. For a moment, he felt like he mattered. But the feeling disappeared quickly. Soon he wanted more. A few weeks later, he bought expensive sneakers, then a luxury watch, then a new phone, then costly accessories. Every purchase earned attention, and every bit of attention made him crave even more. Meanwhile, his savings disappeared, but Ryan ignored the warning signs. After all, people finally seemed to notice him. Months passed. Ryan became addicted to approval. Every morning started with checking notifications. Every evening ended with posting new pictures. If a post received many likes, he felt happy. If it didn't, he felt miserable. Without realizing it, strangers had gained control over his emotions. One day, while walking through the harbor, Ryan met a fisherman named Daniel. Daniel was an old man with rough hands and sunburned skin. His clothes were worn and simple, yet he always seemed calm. He always seemed content. Ryan couldn't understand why. One evening, Ryan sat beside him near the water. Daniel noticed Ryan staring at his phone repeatedly. "You seem worried," Daniel said. Ryan laughed. "I'm not worried. I'm successful." The old fisherman smiled. "Then why do you keep checking if strangers approve of your life?" Ryan didn't know how to answer. Daniel pointed toward the ocean. "Look at the sea." Ryan looked. The water moved peacefully beneath the setting sun. "The ocean doesn't need applause to be powerful," Daniel continued. "It simply does what it was created to do." Ryan smiled politely but ignored the lesson. He still believed appearances mattered. A year later, Ryan's life looked perfect online. He had thousands of followers. People constantly praised him. Many even envied him. But behind the scenes, everything was falling apart. He had borrowed money. He had accumulated debt. He barely slept. He constantly worried about maintaining his image. Each day felt like performing in a never-ending play. The pressure became unbearable. Then disaster arrived. Ryan's company suddenly closed due to financial problems. Overnight, he lost his job. His income vanished. The bills remained. The loans remained. The debt remained. For the first time, Ryan felt terrified. Still, he continued pretending online. He posted old photos. He uploaded fake smiles. He acted as if everything was perfect, but reality always catches up. Soon, creditors began calling. Friends who admired his lifestyle started disappearing. People who once praised him stopped answering messages. The attention he had chased for years vanished like smoke. One rainy night, Ryan sat alone in his room. The lights were off. The house was silent. His grandmother was asleep. For hours, he stared at his social media profile. Thousands of pictures, hundreds of captions, years of pretending. And suddenly he began crying. Not because of the debt, not because of losing his job, but because he realized he had lost himself. He had spent so much time creating an image that he had forgotten who he truly was. The next morning, Ryan sat with his grandmother at breakfast. She noticed his sadness. Gently, she held his hand. "What's wrong, my child?" For the first time, Ryan told her everything. The debt, the lies, the pressure, the loneliness. When he finished speaking, he expected disappointment. Instead, his grandmother smiled softly. Then she said something he would never forget. "People who truly love you never require a performance." Those words changed his life. That day, Ryan made a decision. He would stop pretending. He sold many expensive possessions. He paid off part of his debts. He stopped posting fake content. He stopped comparing himself to others. Instead, he focused on improving himself. He took free online courses. He learned new skills. He worked temporary jobs. He saved every extra dollar. Progress was slow, very slow. There were no compliments, no applause, no viral posts. But for the first time in years, Ryan felt peaceful. Every day he became stronger, not outside, inside. Months turned into years. Eventually, Ryan started a small business repairing boats and marine equipment. The business grew steadily. Customers trusted him because he was honest. People respected him because he was reliable. For the first time, admiration came naturally. He didn't chase it. He earned it. One evening, Ryan met Daniel the fisherman again. The old man was sitting by the harbor watching the sunset. Ryan sat beside him. Daniel smiled. "You seem different," Ryan laughed. "I am different." "What changed?" Ryan looked across the water. "For years, I wanted people to admire me." Daniel nodded. "And now? Now I just want to become a better person." The old fisherman smiled. That's when real success begins. Years later, Ryan became financially successful. He owned a thriving business. He bought a comfortable home. He achieved many of the dreams he once desired. But unlike before, he never felt the need to prove anything. He no longer chased attention. He no longer competed with strangers. He no longer measured his worth through likes and comments. Because he had discovered a truth many people never learn. The strongest trees grow quietly. The deepest rivers flow silently. And the most confident people do not need to convince anyone of their value. They simply live it. Never sacrifice your peace to impress people who will forget you tomorrow. Attention is temporary, but character lasts forever. Build your life, not your image, because true happiness begins the moment you stop performing for the world and start being yourself.